Chicago and Detroit. You're not coming here, but you can make the trip. Debbie Harry turns 77 today. Blondie was one of those bands I was bummed I never saw live. And then this was 20-some years ago. On the reunion tour, they reunited 20-plus years ago. I went to an MTV after-party secret show or something in New York, and Blondie was the surprise guest, and I was beside myself. I was so happy. Obviously never got to see Zeppelin, but I got to see Blondie. Debbie Harry, an adoption story. She was adopted at 3 months old, and they changed her name to Deborah Harry. She was born Angela Trimble and given up for adoption. So, all these people saying, hey, adoption works. Yeah, once in a while, you might front a very popular band if that happens. Guardians play tonight. They had 5 games against the Twins. They ended up taking 3 of them. Those were hard-fought games, too. And so they upped their standing a little bit there. They'll play the Yankees tonight. They're going to have to work even harder to beat the Yankees. But 7:10 tonight is your first pitch here on WMMS. 6:30 something after we get out of here for a few days is when your pregame coverage will begin. And as July is underway now, you can use the promo code what?
Firework
for 20% off. Whatever you want. We got the new Retro Buzzard. Well, we always have an array of Retro Buzzard tees there. I know they dropped some World Series of Rock tees that they had made up to look really, really great. Those are online only, but it doesn't matter because if you're getting stuff online, you still use that promo code. So whether you walk into one of their stores to grab something or you're shopping online, just use Firework throughout July. I can't wait. This has been my promise since the day that they told us we were going to be moving downtown. As I said, that our first in-studio guest would be Dr. Ryan Berglund, who we have not had on the show since before COVID. I've kept in touch with him, obviously, but he is a surgical urologist from the Cleveland Clinic, and we do a segment with him called Is It Red? If you're a regular listener to the show, you might remember it. He would come in, and we'd have guys calling, or wives and girlfriends of guys calling with just... It was a segment that if you were a guy in relatively good health, made you feel immediately better about yourself. Because we'd have guys calling with really some problems down there. And that's why Dr. Berglund was here, so that he could offer them assistance and they could avail themselves of his expertise. But these guys were dripping and all kinds of irregular colors.
What's so exciting about this, though,
coming out of things.
With the new studios and the technology we'll have, we could do Zoom calls with people.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
We can see if it's red.
Yeah, I don't want to see that.
Audience members.
Yes.
I'll let you do that over on your side. Mm-hmm. But I would love to. I imagine I was reading an article about how appointments for vasectomies are going through the roof right now since Roe v. Wade. By the way, why aren't vasectomies free? Like if you have Obamacare, every female contraception is covered. I wonder why vasectomies aren't covered.
I don't know.
I mean, if you really want to go to the mat for contraception, before it's all made illegal, but in the meantime, if you want to go to the mat for contraception availability and choice, make it all covered. I know there are millions of people that don't even have health insurance, but just among the people who do.
Now, I have a question.
Sterilization of women is covered under Obamacare.
My boyfriend and I, after Roe v. Wade got overturned, he and I were talking, and I was obviously very upset. And I was saying how I was going to look into either getting an ablation or tubes tied or whatever. And then I brought it up to him. I was like, what do you think about getting a vasectomy? And he got kind of weird about it. And I was like, well, you don't want kids, right? You don't want any more kids. And he was like, well, no. And I was like, so if you know that and it doesn't affect anything, why wouldn't you want to get a vasectomy? And he said it was like a not like a point of pride, but he didn't really have the right words to explain why he didn't want it. But I didn't know if that was a guy thing. It's like seed.
No. It's not for me. I'm weird about it too. But the operative word in there that is the big question mark is that there's nothing wrong, that nothing goes wrong, or that it doesn't change anything. Because the question mark for me is the guys who called us with vasectomies that got screwed up.
Yeah,
and
but any procedure can get screwed up.
It can, but not in my holiest of holies. I'm not looking to screw up anything down there.
But it's not, if you don't want kids, what is it going to, you mean like screw up something?
We've had guys talk to us about vasectomies that got screwed up, so like they couldn't get it up, or they got it, I don't want
very,
anything
very
like
rare.
I agreed. It's extraordinarily rare. I'm just saying, listen, I've started to move in that direction. I'll probably have one within the next year, because we're only going to have one kid, and
right.
So yeah, I will probably. I've got Dr. Berglund on speed dial. I've got a guy that can. Put me in touch.
I don't think that was it. I don't think he was thinking about what could go wrong. Maybe he was. I don't know. It came off more to me as
an ego thing. I wouldn't understand.
An ego thing.
No, I don't get that. Because who cares if you're shooting blanks?
That was my point. That's what I meant by it's not going to change anything. I'm like, you're still going to be able to produce. Like, there's still.
He wants to feel like he could get somebody pregnant.
Well, that was my question. I was like, you're 35. We live together. We both know we don't want kids. Like, unless we were to break up and then you wanted a kid in your late 30s, like early 40s, I don't understand.
Yeah.
So, I didn't know.
Because the raw dogging would be phenomenal. I can only imagine.
Alan Cox, Super Sperm.
Because I still wrap it. And again, I'm on record as not minding that.
Right, you're a condom guy.
But when I get the procedure, it will be great.
Yes.
Because then it's her mess to clean up and not mine anymore.
It is a mess.
That's how I think of it, right?
Wiggle it out.
I wanted to have kids, and you said that you wanted me to have a vasectomy. What did I do? And then, when you said that you might want to have kids, and I wasn't so sure, who had the vasectomy reversed? And then when you said you definitely didn't want to have kids, who had it reversed back? Snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap. I did. Okay. You have no idea the physical toll the 3 vasectomies have on a person.
Oh, one of the greatest episodes of The Office.
Oh, Dinner Party?
The Dinner
So
Party.
good.
Oh, my God. That TV that pushes into the wall. Holy God.
I could stand here for hours and watch this.
Is that a fun?
And the song.
I was reading an article about how surprisingly divisive Roe v. Wade has become in the incel community. All these subreddits of like these guys that think that like life's too easy for women and blah, blah, misogynist incels and all these other kinds of dopes or whatever. But apparently there's not even a consensus in that group of people.
Well, you got to think, I think some of that probably stems from ego too. Like, what possibly could I be doing wrong that women don't want to sleep with me?
That's
at
part
me.
of it.
So then they probably have the ego of I should bear a child.
Some of them are pro overturning it because it means that the Supreme Court is attacking feminism. Other ones are like, well, no right to abortion means that a lot more babies will be born, which means that a lot more men will be enslaved by child support. Enslaved. You know how you got to take care of your kid? It's like being a slave. Another guy made a case for abortion as an advantage. He said, don't we benefit from abortions? I don't want to increase the number of single women raising strippers and thugs. A lot of open-minded people over there on the incel subreddits. Nevertheless, they're divided on the abortion rulings.
Well, I mean, if that community can't get along, what hope do the rest of us have?
That's right. We had a good run as kind of a united-ish states. It's going to be blue states and red states. I mean, we were all used to the comity that this nation had, but it was kind of big picture. It was kind of an anomaly. So we'll kind of go back to the way that, things kind of are anyway, but I know I said I was going to do a dick hiatus, but I already picked up on him and I forgot.
Well, it is 4th of July weekend, and he's probably got some big shows coming up this weekend, so he's probably got a lot to say.
You have big 4th of July weekend shows, Dick?
Yeah, I got we got a job tomorrow. Hey, happy 4th of July, and I just wanted to tell you guys that I don't know. I'm never home. I've got more jam places. I've been playing, here at Centerville, my old alma mater, at the senior citizens.
Alma mater?
We had
Do you ever
we
see
had
your Dick? Do you ever see your girlfriend?
Yes.
You said you're never home. Does she live with you?
Well, I'm never home. I'm trying to get, jam sessions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand that. Is she complaining that you're never home?
They're nice,
Does your girlfriend
I enjoy 'em.
Does your girlfriend complain that you're never home?
No.
Dick, you're always out strumming the old banjo.
Yeah. Oh, can I talk to Mary a minute?
Yeah, what's up?
Hold on, let me see if she's here.
Okay.
Yeah, she's here.
What's up, Dick?
Hey, Mary.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I just want to tell you, people are liking this rolling my baby's arms. I'm getting to be I don't know. I wanted to do this for all my friends,
What?
and everything.
He's got a baby arm for you.
Is that the song that you sang for Mary in the parking lot?
No, it's something about a guy from Boston.
Yeah, I had people telling me that you got the lyrics wrong on that song. I've played that more than a couple of times, Dick, and I've had some people who were fans of the Kingston Trio take umbrage with your rendition.
Well, see, what happened the other day, they asked me to do karaoke, and I made up my own words, but they clapped anyway because it was still good.
You made Dick's the only guy who goes to karaoke and makes up the words.
Yeah.
It's specifically you're just singing the words on the screen. He made his own up.
Yeah.
All right, wow.
I was going to ask you, Mary, don't forget my pictures.
Oh, yeah, I did. I'm going to have to go print them and send them to you.
Will you?
Yeah.
Pretty soon?
Yeah, I'll have to.
Yeah, but I just wanted to wish you guys a good holiday. Thank you, and if I come down and see us play sometime, bring the whole crew.
Bring the whole crew. All right, good luck out there, Dick. I appreciate the call.
Interstate flight coming up.
The 4th of July is America's birthday.
Don't blow off your hand.
Don't drink and drive.
I'll molest the kid.
Bill, that'll make everyone sad.
That's why I said don't do it.
Brush your teeth.
Don't eat your family, especially if they're Latino.
Don't commit treason for any reason.
Unless it's to get some poontang. Don't throw the fish hooks or read books, cause this is still in America.
Don't tip a cow.
Oh, that. Go tip a cow. And don't listen to dubstep.
Hey.
Unless you have some MDMA. Does anyone have some MDMA? I want to trip balls on MDMA.
4th of July is America's birthday. Don't die. Oh, forget it. You try to do something nice. Thanks, Bill.
Wow. I'll tell you what. If you,
That's year one, Bill. That's
like
2013.
Tom Sawyer.
Yeah.
there you go. If you ever needed a love letter to the United States, there it is from Erica Lauren,
Dubstep joke.
our own Bill Squire. Yeah.
I guess the 4th of July it stuck out to me last year because I spent it with my boyfriend, and now it's crazy apparent that I don't have one. So I was like, what was I doing this time last year? Oh yeah, I was dodging people in the streets driving home from the bar on 4th of July.
Dodging people in the streets, driving home from the bar.
I was in Akron. We were at a gay bar in Akron, and there were fireworks in every direction. They had Akron fireworks, then the bordering city fireworks, and people were just in the street taking TikToks and twerking, and I'm like, oh my gosh, someone's gonna die.
Twerk talks, I believe is what those are called. So, as of July 4th last year, you were with your boyfriend still.
Yeah.
I thought it had been longer than that. That you guys had been.
Couple months.
We broke up. Nah, it was probably, we didn't last that much later. Probably like the end of July. End of July is when we broke up.
All right.
Because I know I spent my birthday. Where did I spent my birthday alone, and then I was saving up for.
This is really turning into quite the story.
No, because we went to Mexico.
Right.
So I was saving up for that. So I'm just trying to put the pieces together.
Are you here next Wednesday? Because you fly out Thursday, right?
Correct.
Are you here on Wednesday?
I think I'll even be here Thursday because we have a really late flight too.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we're only here Thursday, Friday, we're only here Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week.
I know. It's
I didn't
so
know if you were going to be here on Wednesday or not.
Oh,
or if
yeah.
you were
I should.
preparing for.
Yeah, I should be here. Even on Thursday, I should be here because our flight isn't until like 9 p.m. on Thursday.
Ew, why?
Because
it's time,
and especially
you can still get in at a decent time in Vegas.
And it was decent prices, and everything's gone up because it's 4th of July weekend.
And then you got to hope nothing gets canceled. And it's because I want everybody to, people are like, oh my God, this trip with Poundcake, that family sounds like a nightmare. And I said, well, I imagine that they all know how to.
They don't.
Well, but the three of you know how to deal with each other in a way that would seem crazy to the rest of us. Like you guys all know.
At each other.
Right, but that's what I'm saying.
But it works.
That's your love language or whatever it is. But if there is a hitch in anyone's giddy-up in this trip, it's going to be game over. How is your mom going to deal with like a delayed flight, a layover, a canceled flight? It's going to you are going to, man, you better have an edible before this whole thing
This is what
happens.
This is what I'm saying. She needs to bring like everything to keep herself occupied. Her tablet. She was like, oh, I'm just going to bring cash. Nope, bring a card because you don't know if you have to.
Well, I imagine she's also going to bring a card. Nobody leaves their debit card at home.
She was going to.
Really?
She's going to go to Vegas with no debit card?
She was like, I'm just going to bring cash. I said, no, you should bring both just in case.
Yeah. Well, then it's good that she's got you as a resource.
And yeah, I worry about that too. Not only a flight getting canceled getting here, because our flight already got pushed back. So we were supposed to have an earlier flight, so I wasn't going to be here on Thursday.
Oh, it already got moved. Okay.
So it already got moved. So this is the second time. But I'm worried about getting delayed there or on our way back. I'm like, okay, I'm over it. I'm over Vegas. I'm tired. I'm hot. I'm tan. And then I'm just ready to go home. And if it's anything like that trip home from Mexico where we just sat on the runway for 2 hours because, regardless, I hope everything goes fine. Fingers crossed for me, guys.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Say prayers, even though you guys might not like me all the time.
Well, I don't do that, but I mean, I'll certainly hope for you that everything goes as it's supposed to go. Losing a day on your vacation sucks. That's what happened when we went to Mexico.
And that's why we're bummed that our flight got pushed, because I'm like, we're missing. Like when we get there, it's going to be late. Like it's going to be like 1, 2 in the morning, and I know that's still.
Won't.
No, it's 3 hours behind.
If you leave here at 9, that's 6 o'clock that time, and it's only like a 4-hour flight?
I didn't count the hours.
Is it a direct flight? Well,
If it's one,
if you count the hours, then maybe it won't be 1 or 2 in the morning.
It'll probably be like 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, they'll get there before midnight. It's still late-ish. I mean, they're going to be tired.
Change, yeah.
Hey, Billy.
Yes, Alan.
What's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on? You kind of vaguely, Bill, Mary, hi.
Hey.
So you kind of hit on this vasectomy thing once in a while, and then Dieter would talk about it, and he won't let anyone touch his. It's a lot of guy pride. So I just wanted to maybe put the guys' minds at ease, because I think women are indoctrinated into OBGYN at an early age, which is logical. So they're just like soldiers marching in. Well, it has to be done, and guys don't get anything done. We don't want to go to the doctor. But yeah, with my girlfriend being younger, she already had a 12-year-old kid. She's 35. I'm 50. I went in. It's been a year and a half. We don't worry. We don't think about anything. But yeah, I was in and out in an hour.
Okay, yeah, mine's not any kind of guy pride thing. It's just I don't want anything getting screwed up. I don't want to have to go back in because something didn't, And again, I know that's rare.
Well, that's what my girlfriend would say. Well, Billy, we have 1%. I go, that's if the doctor isn't paying attention. But you know what's funny, Alan? I'm working with in public, sort of like you or Mary. I'm a delivery driver downtown. I'm all over Cleveland. I'm all over the place. So you have to have a sense of humor and not take people personally. But you know what? There's nothing more humiliating or embarrassing than going to get a vasectomy and you're laying with, they pull up the gown and then they got a sheet hanging well over your belly. You can't even see who the fuck is on.
There's Billy who, listen, I'm probably going to have Dr. Berglund do it personally. He's already had my junk in his hand. I've gone to see him over the years if something seemed a little hinky and everything's fine, right? But he knows what's up. He does that for a living. Okay, thank you, Billy. I appreciate the. I got to take a break here. I'll have 5-finger death punch. Somebody called them 5-flavor fruit punch, and now I can't think of any other way to describe them. But if you like that band, they're coming with Megadeth and some other bands in October at Blossom. So I'll hand those off after this break, And then 5:30 is